What's happening, guys? It's Scooby-Doo, and welcome to Specific Gravity. This is my very first, I guess, kind of full-length video to put onto YouTube, so bear with me. I got my little fuzzy belly button mic. Kind of weird, but, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. It works. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna do an inline fluid transfer from a kettle corn mash that I did, I don't know, a couple months ago. It's been sealed. And it doesn't have anything growing on it, but it doesn't really matter because we're distilling. Yeah, I bought me an inline fluid transfer pump so I could transfer it from the mash bin into the still without having to get all the sediment down in there because it's cleared out pretty good. And we'll see how this goes. I just did a modular setup with this tri-clamp system we got going on. Built me a little infuser. It's got a half-gallon with a ball valve and another ball valve coming into a T with one of Shua's keg thump additions coming out through the copper and down into our reservoir, whatever, our collection vessel, if you will. So, yeah, hang out while I put this stuff together and you can join things with me. Alright, I finally got it all transferred over after a couple little mishaps, as you saw in that little time lapse. Yeah, it's my first time using this transfer pump. But hey, you know what? Live and learn. Yes, sirree. Alrighty. So... Now I gotta see exactly how much is in there. Stuff one of these arms with a whole bunch of copper. And it is a copper fitting too, so. What are you guys up to today? Yep. Me too. To here. Alright, we got the still loaded, it's heating up. I don't know if you can hear that water in the background. My condenser bucket's filling up too. see what comes out. You know, this is the first time I've tried one of the jar infusers to drop into my thumper, so should be interesting. Like I said before, this is like a test video for my YouTube page, Specific Gravity. So if this is your first video from me, if this is your first video for you, join me for the whole spiel. We're getting ready to get after it. Shine on. Oh, hey, go say hi to Charlie. Golden Hive Mead. It's pretty badass. She's starting to thump. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drop it back down to 18. Won't be long now. Good afternoon, Shine Talk. What you guys up to today? Well, I'm out here in the garage doing this little pot still. Going up, over, down into the thumper. Got a little infuser going on into, yeah, it's running. All right, all right. Change out this first little jar. Phew-wee. Yeah, don't want none of that. All right, we got about, I don't know, about a quart and a half run so far. But I'm collecting them in these little bitty pint jars, you know, sitting at 158, 154, 155, 155, all around 58 degrees or so. But such a small run, it's like, I think it's like 5 gallons in a 15-gallon still. It ain't gonna take long to run, but so yeah, I collect them out in the smaller jars on this run because it's the kettle corn moonshine and it's got a lot of oil in it, so I don't want to smear my cuts and get some oil contamination from it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm taking pretty tight cuts on this, and I think I just got into my hearts. Let me show you what I got going on. Got the first one at 150, 154, and then it levels off at 155, and that right there, I believe, is where my hearts start at. So we'll see how it goes. This is the one where I dumped my infusion, and so it smeared into that one and started getting flavor on the rest of them. So that's where we're at. We've gone from 155 to 150 so far in the hearts. And all those taste good all the way down to that 155. And now we're sitting at about 150 coming off right now. We'll see how long that lasts and see if the tails start showing up. But you know, your tails don't start showing up on my pot still till around like 120 or so on this kettle corn. I mean, every grain recipe is a different mark as far as when the tails come in, but on this kettle corn, it's normally about 120 on a pot still, so we'll see how it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna mix between where I think the heart started, where I feel the heart started, all the way down to 140. And that right there. So let's start right here with this. Took these many small cuts because there's always one in the middle. Thing's so hot. This one happened to come out at the end though. And that would be that one right there. Yeah, don't want none of that. So I got just shy of a gallon, some good usable hearts out of that 5-gallon run. I'm still collecting. We'll go down to probably 80%, something like that. Not 80%, 80 proof. And at least, maybe I'll run it down real low so I can put it in some feints, maybe rerun it. Haven't decided yet or not. So anyway, shine on. All right, so we got about a half gallon of 150-ish kettle corn right there. Got about, actually probably like 3/4 of a gallon. I got a half gallon of heads and tails that I'll rerun. So that's where we're at. We got about 3/4 of a gallon of usable hearts, that half gallon of tails and heads that I'm gonna rerun. But that's pretty good for the 5 gallons of leftover mash that I've had sitting around for about a month. The probably lost a little bit of percent while it was there, only from opening it up and checking it out. Most of the time it was sealed. So, all right, well, click like, subscribe, and all that other stuff they tell you to do in these YouTube videos. Like I said, this is my first one. I'm going to be learning, I guess, what they could say. I don't know. See, stumbling over my words. Maybe I'll write down some things on a teleprompter so I don't get all confused, Fuck, I don't know. Come on, check me out and watch me grow. Shine on.